Good morning, guys, and welcome back to another video tutorial where we're going to learn how to make a blog from your phone. So many of you have come to me asking, Greg, how do I set up a professional looking blog similar to the likes of Pinch of Yum, Tim Ferriss blog, The 4-Hour Workweek, by Sophia Lee, maybe Zoella or smartpassiveincome.com. These are all blogs that have millions of followers and are changing the world through their writing and their content these days. And I want to get you on the track to make a blog just like that today so that in the future you can enjoy all the benefits of blogging. The neatest thing about this video is that with today's technology, you can make a blog all from your phone. Whether you have an iPhone, Android, or a different type of phone, it should work just fine as long as it's a smartphone connected to the internet. And you can do this from wherever you want. You can make a blog from your couch, from your basement, like I'm doing here. You can make a blog on the go, from a hotel, as long as you're staying safe, or from an airplane if you're a little bit riskier. You can make the blog from the park, from a road trip. And at the end, I really do want you to tell me where you made your blog from and let me know. We're going to be running contests to see where the most interesting places you've made a blog from and do a lot of giveaways. So that'll be in the description below in terms of that giveaway information. Because all those cool blogs I mentioned at the start use a software called WordPress.org, we'll also be using WordPress.org to create our blog. And that's the way that professionals do it these days. There's a lot of different softwares floating around out there, but WordPress.org has the largest market share. They are by far the place where most professional blogs, where people can blog for a living, do their blogging, and store all of their work. It's just become the best place to do it. Because it's such a large community with free themes and plugins and different ways to make a good healthy living and different ways to make money blogging, including paid partnerships, sponsored deals off your blog, sponsorships on your blog, speaking gigs, you name it. WordPress has definitely become the best place to blog. And when we say WordPress, we will mean WordPress.org. Not the limited.com version, which is for total beginners. Not the limited.com version, which is just for people who want to try out blogging and then not take it very seriously. Not the limited.com version, which is just for people who want to try out blogging for a little bit. Here we go. Alright, recording, guys. Thanks. So chill. So why don't we look at this? So why don't we look at the steps required to make a blog from your phone at home? And by the way, this blog will work great on the internet. It'll look good on tablet, any sort of laptop, and of course big computers too. It'll work great there. You're just doing it all from the comfort of your phone at home. And last but not least, well, the very first step, step 0, I guess you could call it, is to smash that like button before we begin to help out my videos and to help out our rankings. Listen, guys, there are a lot of videos on YouTube that are just not up to par. They're confusing. People just talk too much. But in all seriousness, I really want our tutorials because they're made easier for beginners to rank well, and I want your comments to rank well. I want our community to be at the top of YouTube because we really try hard to make things easier for beginners, unlike those other guys who just make videos and talk and pitch a lot of products and don't really take the time to explain to you how it really works, and you get stuck. And we don't want that anymore on YouTube in this day and age. So please go ahead and smash that like button, give it a big click with whatever finger you want. I usually like using my pinky finger for some reason, not sure why it works for me. Go ahead and click that for me. Thank you so much, by the way. It really helps the channel, and let's proceed with the steps. And make sure to watch till the end of the video because I'm going to show you how Webull is going to be. And make sure you watch till the end of the video. And make sure you watch till the end of the video because I'm going to show you. And make sure you watch till the end of the video because I'm going to show you. And make sure you watch till the. And make sure you. And make sure you watch all. And make sure you watch till the end of the video because I'm going to be showing you how. And make sure you watch till the end of the video because I'll show you how Webull is going to be giving out up to 4 free stocks to any one of you who creates a free account at Webull. Sort of like creating an account at HostGator or WordPress, but when you make one at Webull, they give you up to 4 free stocks valued between $800 and $1,600 when you deposit $100 into your account. You don't have to do anything with that $100. You don't have to do anything. So that is a really cool way to make back any money you spend online at any point this season. They're basically giving away money. They're basically giving away money for this promotional offer, and that is a really cool way to make. Webull's basically giving away money, and that is a really cool way to make some cash back. Webull's basically giving away money for this promotion, and that is a really cool way to make some cash back this season because I know we're all spending a lot online these days. And that is a really cool way to make some cash back this season. I've done it, and I got about $50 worth of stock. So let me know what stocks you get from Webull. I've done it, and I got about $50 worth of free stock from Webull, and I cashed it out. So really cool. Let me know what stock you get from Webull. All right. Moving on. Well, the very first stock, guys, step 0, in fact, is just to click on that like button to help me out with the YouTube rankings. I would appreciate it a ton, and it helps out a lot to get our videos that are truly made easier for beginners noticed among a lot of videos that are just people talking too much, but aren't really the quality of videos that beginners need, because the experts just don't really care and don't really help, and people get stuck. So go ahead and smash that like button so our video, our community, our comments, all of our stuff gets higher up in YouTube. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it, because we really do spend a lot of time on these videos making sure they are easy and understandable for beginners. And make sure you watch until the end of the video, because I'll show you how Webull. And make sure you watch till the end of the video, because I'm going to show. And make sure you watch till the end of the video, because I'll show you how Webull is going to be giving you guys up to 3 or even 4 free stocks when you deposit $100 into your free Webull account. I got Zynga stock worth about $50. I cashed it out. Worked great. So let me know what stocks you guys get, and watch till the end, and I'll show you how to get that offer for free as well. So the first step we need to do is to choose a quality hosting plan. Hosting is the space where your blog is stored on, and where all of your blog articles, pictures, videos, etc. lives. Without hosting, people would visit your blog and just see a bunch of white space, and every blog ever on the internet needs some sort of hosting, and I'll show you how to get it the right way at a really low price. So why don't we hop over to my phone and check out the steps you need to make a blog from your phone at home. And by the way, this blog is going to look great on laptops, desktops, tablets, every sort of screen. You're just getting the convenience of making it all from your phone at home or wherever you choose to make it. And if it helps you guys to go through all these steps in the video first, to learn them and memorize them, and then take them to your phone and do it all, then that makes total sense to me. Or if you'd rather just pause the video and move your browser to something else, like a picture on Instagram or the actual blog that you're making, that's fine too, because you can keep the video open and you can keep your internet open as you create a blog. Alright guys, so the first step we're going to do today is choose a quality hosting plan. What is hosting, aka web hosting? Web hosting is just the space where your blog lives. It's where your articles and images and videos are stored. Every blog needs hosting, so all the blogs we talk about, all the blogs we read on a daily basis are hosted somewhere, and if you don't have hosting, when you visit that blog, it's just going to look like blank white space. The next thing we're going to get is a free domain name, and thankfully our hosting plan we choose which is going to be HostGator, the host I've used for almost 10 years for all my blog businesses that generate my living. They're going to throw in a free domain just for signing up with them, which is awesome because a lot of people pay up to $15 for their domain name from somewhere like GoDaddy because they just don't know about this. And I say we need to choose a quality hosting plan because some hosting plans are just way too cheap and are kind of sketchy. And hosting ultimately is like the plot of land and the neighborhood where our blog or our house is built. As such, you want it in a nice, safe, and easy to use hosting environment. After we get our free domain name, we're going to install WordPress, and we can do that without any coding required because we're going to use HostGator's one-click WordPress install. So that means you don't need to know. That means unlike the olden days, now you don't need to know any code. You don't need to know HTML, JavaScript, CSS, Python, PHP, Ajax, none of that. And you get your own professional WordPress.org blog like the pros, and you can in fact learn some code and act like you're kind of a developer and a designer. But today you don't need to know any code. And finally, once we install WordPress, we can log in. And finally, once you have WordPress successfully installed, as we'll see, you can log in easily and blog. And every day when you go ahead and blog, you don't need to log into your hosting or touch any of that really. It just runs I'll show you how to make it just run in the background. And so when you want to blog, you just log into WordPress and start creating. All right, guys, sounds like a plan, huh? But wait 1 second there, Greg. What does it all cost? Well, guys, the cost in the olden days when I set up my first blog in 2012 was over $60, and I only got 25% off with a HostGator coupon. Nowadays, it's going to cost us under $10, and I've got a coupon that'll get you at least 50% off your hosting. So times have really improved. You're going to be choosing to make a blog at a great time here. And that means our total cost today, because the only thing that costs us anything is step 1, is going to be under $10, which I think is amazing. You'll get a free domain name thrown in. WordPress.org is free to install and use totally. Once you have your hosting, that is the one tiny thing you have to do. I guess you could call it a catch, but really it's an advantage in the future. And then of course it's free to log in and blog. You just need this guy right here. So why do these steps matter to you guys, and why do these steps matter to you, and why are they important? Well, let's say you chose to hire someone to make a WordPress.org blog or site for you. Well, they would charge you upwards of $500 and would do exactly the process we're doing here. And that means you would pay and you wouldn't learn how it works. But today, because you're DIYing it yourself, you are going to get a much lower price, like I said, of a much lower price, and you're going to get the priceless knowledge of knowing how to create a blog using WordPress.org all on your own. So you really win in that sense. The benefits are, of course, that you have the blog ready to use, you know how it works, and so additional benefits that you get would be that you know how the blog works, and you can set up more blogs in the future for your family, friends, whoever else you want to blog for. You can actually create a whole blogging business, and I've in fact done this for clients in real estate, hotels, restaurants, and so on and so forth. Believe me, you'll be amazed at how powerful you become after you learn the steps in this video. So what I want you to do, guys, is carve out a little time in your day here to watch. So what I want you to do, guys, is carve out a little time here in your day to complete the video. You won't regret doing it, and in fact, at the end, you're going to be so thankful that you have a WordPress.org blog just like the pros. All right, so go ahead and get yourself whatever it is you need to drink, get comfy, As you can tell, I am right here, and I want you to just sit back and learn all about how to make a WordPress.org blog. And of course, we're doing it from the comforts of our phone. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and get started with step 1, which is to choose a quality hosting plan at HostGator.com. And of course, we're going to get our free domain name and actually install WordPress there too. So you get to do everything at the same place. How cool is that, guys? And just one disclaimer I have to say is that the deals in this video are active and live at the time the video is published. However, in the future, I can't guarantee the same low prices we're going to see here when you get your hosting and your free domain name and set up WordPress. I'm not sure if prices will go up in the future, as they often do fluctuate. So please go ahead and, if you're ready and able, make yourself a commitment to start blogging today the right way. You will not regret it, as I said, and we're going to get some amazing deals in this video that a lot of people never ever find. AKA, it's a limited time thing, so let's do it. AKA, it's a limited time thing, so if you've always wanted to start a blog, now AKA, it's a limited time thing, guys. So if you've always wanted to start a blog, there's no better time than now. Alright guys, so here we are at HostGator, where I've hosted my biggest blog since day one. I love HostGator because they've just been there for me. You only have to click a few buttons to get to your actual WordPress login and get set up, and they're just dirt cheap, simple, easy to use, and just plain works. They're sort of like the Google of web hosting. It's like a no-brainer, and they're such a big company that you know that they're going to be secure, have things like the 99% uptime guarantee. And honestly, I've tried so many other hosts, and I used to feel like it was difficult and I didn't know what I was doing and I wasn't techy enough. And then I realized it wasn't me, it was them. And ever since landing at HostGator way back almost 10 years ago, things have just been fantastic. So I love them, and I know that they're going to be a good home for your blog or website as well. So you have my word on that, and now I want to show you how to set up WordPress at HostGator. Super excited. So to get started at HostGator, we just want to click on Get Started here. But before we do that, I'm going to show you how to get a discount. So right now we can see that there's a $275 per month price. All right. And if we click to the hosting plans, we can click on the menu. So to get started, so to get started at HostGator, or so to get started at HostGator, we're just going to click on Get Started. Pretty obvious. Now we're going to be on the HostGator order form page, where we're going to look at 3 different plans here. Now we're going to be on HostGator's choose a package page. There's going to be 3 options, and as it says, this Gator's got you covered. Let's look at the 3 options. We have the hatchling plan, the baby plan, and the business plan. So what's the difference? Well, the business plan is just too much for us if we're just starting out. You would do that only if you have like a corporate budget. The baby plan is good if you know you want to run unlimited domains, like your blog, your other company's blog, your neighbor's blog, your parents' blog, or different websites, so on and so forth. They recommend it. In fact, it's so good. And the hatchling plan is what you want to do if you're on a budget and you just want to start one website. Hatchling is what I love. That's where I started on day 1. And you can always upgrade it to baby later on if you'd like. So we are going to go with the hatchling, but first we want to lock in that discount. So I want you to take a look at these prices real quick, because we're going to jump over to my page with better prices. You're going to see $275, $395, and $595. All right, and we're going to get these exact same plans from my custom page right now, just by going to HostGator at the top and just type in hostgator.com. Same as before, but this time write in /Greg. Super simple. Have my own page there. Not a big deal. And I'm super honored to bring you guys there. Here we're going to see the blog that I made right there, Dear Blogger, where a lot of people get blogging answers every day. And now we have our hatchling, our baby, and our business, but we can see the prices are all lower by a significant amount. I know it just looks like cents, but that's a significant amount. And the most important one is the hatchling plan, down from $275 to $264. So let's go ahead and get you guys that hatchling plan and get set up with HostGator and with WordPress. And of course, we get a free domain name if you didn't notice already. So let's click on Buy Now. Honey. Yep. You can come down if you want, but I'm just talking. But
You want to take a break?
no, I can't right now.
Can I have my phone back?
No, it's right there.
You recording?
Yeah, I'm recording on your phone.
Okay.
Won't be that much longer, but you done with work?
Yeah. I'm gonna go on a walk.
Go get him. Yeah, go get him.
Okay. Love you. Have fun.
So no gym? Maybe not.
Probably.
That's fine. I would if you wanted to, but I was gonna go for a run anyways. Actually,
Okay. Let's do it before it gets dark.
I know. It's like 4:45. It's dark.
Alright, maybe we'll see you around
All
there.
right, I'll see you around.
How much longer do you have left?
What domain name should I pick?
Domain name?
Yeah, we need a domain name.
I don't know what that means, Boo.
All right, Bobo.
For what?
Just a demo HostGator site. I don't know what to pick.com.
Right. Something funny. Something clever.
Okay.
I can't think of right now. Google.
What?
2020 survival guide.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Next year will be better. Alright. Alright, sweet guys. Here we are now in the HostGator order form. That's what they call this page. If you're already a customer for some reason, you can sign in at the top, but we're not. So we're going to come to step 1 here. And it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but you have to choose a domain name, aka the name of your website. So something like facebook.com, netflix.com, tripadvisor.com. Could be 2 words, 3 words. Could be just your name and then your last name.com if you don't have an idea, because that's always good branding. And you should know where your first name, last name goes so someone doesn't make it go to some sketchy site and ruin your reputation or something. But in my case, I have an idea. I'm just going to do your WP for WordPress destination.com. And when I click away, it's going to tell me if it's available. So I'm going to click .com. You can change that, by the way. And we're available. So great. And I did WP because we're actually not allowed to put WordPress in there. Due to the branding restrictions. So if you want to talk about a certain brand, make sure you know the right branding restrictions and don't do anything wrong there. As far as the extensions like .com, .org, .net, they'll all rank relatively the same in Google, but the .com is what people will expect from you when they try to look you up on the internet. So you should try to target that .com, and it's the most profitable if you want to sell your blog someday. We're just going to get our .com though. That's all we really need. All right, now we're going to come down and it's going to say, do you want to add the domain privacy protection? I'm going to do no because that's another $14.95 and I generally trust people there. All right, part 2, hosting plan. We already did that. We got our hatchling plan, but you could change it if you really want. Now we got to choose our billing cycle. So 36 months is the best discount. It's the best value too, meaning you get the lowest price per month, but you pay a little more upfront today. You could also go for the 24 months, 12 months, 6 months, 3 months, or 1 month. And they all have a nice discount because you went through our custom page. You're going to get a discount for all of those of at least 50% off. Alright guys, so I'm just going to go with 1 month, but I really do like the 12 months if you're not sure which one to get. Gives you enough time to learn WordPress, learn how to make money with WordPress, and that's what I got on day 1 for myself. But for the sake of the tutorial, I'm just going to do 1 month. Cool. Now we're in step 3 together. We're cruising. We got to create our HostGator account, and all we have to do there is enter in an email. So I'm going to go with my email, hello@myname.com. And if you're wondering how to create an email at your domainname.com, you'll do that later. Right now, you just want to put in whatever email address you have immediate access to, such as a Gmail is fine, or a university address that you can go to right away, that you already manage. All right, we'll confirm that. Very good, and let's add ourselves a password here. Very good, and let's very good, and we'll add a password. Very good. Now we'll add a password. Very good. Now we'll add a password to our account. And a 4-digit security PIN of your choosing. Alright, we're on to step 4, guys. Let's enter in our billing info to complete our order. You don't need to enter in a company if you're just creating one now. You can leave that blank, or you could just make up your company name here. All right, make sure you enter in everything correctly so it goes through just fine. Alright, and in case you're wondering, HostGator is 100% secure. It's just like making a purchase at Apple, Uber, Amazon, wherever you buy your online stuff. Alright, now we have our payment type. So credit card or PayPal. I know my international users like PayPal, but I'm going to go with credit card just so I can get those points. And I think I'll probably block this out here so that no one is tempted to go and buy their Christmas presents early on Greg's dime. Alright, doing great, guys. Almost done now. I don't have a tax exemption ID, so I'm leaving that blank. Next, in step 5, we're going to uncheck the additional services, just because you can add those later on, and we want to save as much money as we can today. So you can just click them on that card to unhighlight them. Perfect. Alright, now comes the most important part in step 6. Make sure you have a coupon code entered. In our case, it's already entered for you, so you are good to go. Coupon code is big bonus. It's not case sensitive. And that's going to get you that amazing deal of 1, the free domain name, and 2, at least 50% off your order, up to the larger amount off, which we saw above, which was 62% off. Cool. So we're good to go on that. And by the way, that is the best. And up to 62% off. By the way, that is the best HostGator coupon code that I know of. If you find one that isn't, by the way, that is the best HostGator coupon code that I know of. I check with HostGator regularly for new coupon codes, so I'll let you know if I find anything of that sort. But if you find a coupon code that's better, let me know. Be like, hey Greg, this other coupon code was better than yours. And I'll be like, oh, well, happy to match it. But no, seriously, guys, that is the best coupon code. And if you use it, I do get a small commission from HostGator just for sending you over there. Really appreciate that. And if you use my coupon code discount, I get a commission from HostGator too at no cost to you. So you get to support the channel while saving money. So thanks a lot. Always good to have a little win-win. And if you do use my coupon code and get the discount, you'll also be giving me a small commission from HostGator, which comes at no cost to you. They just give it to me, which helps support the channel. Appreciate it a ton. That's how we keep our videos free for everyone to watch and are able to offer so much WordPress help to beginners every day. So appreciate it. Total win-win. Got your back when it comes time to making a website. And if you do use our coupon, and if you do use my coupon code and get that discount, you'll also be giving me a small commission from HostGator. Doesn't cost anything to you. They just send it over to me in like a couple months after you sign up. Really appreciate it. That's how we keep the channel free for everyone. It supports my channel, it supports our efforts, and it supports free, clear blogging answers, which I think more people should be doing. So, thanks very much. Which is what we're all about. So, thanks very much, and let's move on. We are now down in step 7 here. We're now in the final step of our HostGator order. That's step 7. So you need to review our order details, and I'll answer any questions here if you're not sure about what these things on the right-hand column mean. Okay, so first we have the 24/7. First we have the 24/7 365 phone live chat support. That's free. Pretty self-explanatory. Instant account activation. That means that after you click the button below and check out now, your account will be live at HostGator. Your blog will be basically ready to go. We just need to do a couple more little techie steps, but they're not techie at all. So your account will be activated instantly. That's free. Money back guarantee, 45 days. Instant account activation just means that after you click checkout now at the bottom, your account at HostGator will be active. You are ready to install WordPress and make a blog, which we're going to do next. So that's free. Money back guarantee you get for 45 days if for whatever reason you want to cancel and blogging websites aren't for you. You got 45 days to do that. Domain, you got plenty of time to do that. Domain, you got plenty of time to do that. You can always think about that later. You've got plenty of time to do that. You've got plenty of time to do that. You've got plenty of time to do that, so it's very risk-free. Domain registration, free. Can't beat that because most people pay $17.99 for that or $15 at GoDaddy. You don't got to worry about none of that. You're getting a better deal than most people right away. Hatchling for 36 months. All right, looks like I made an error, so I'm going to go up and go back to our 1 month. That's why it's good to check these things, guys, because we're all human. I think we're all human. Aliens are welcome too, though. All right, and then we got that down to 1 month, so the price looks a lot better. All right, I know you guys probably would have been like, Greg, don't change that. You're paying like hundreds of dollars. But now we're only paying $11.46, which is a great number. I know a lot of people just pay $11.46. That's kind of one of those numbers you remember, like when your coffee costs $4.30 at the store every day. You just remember that. And great. So we get our subtotal. Don't have to worry about the subtotal of $28.94 on the right because the discount reverts that down to $11.46. And that's all we pay. We pay the two green numbers on the right, $5.99 and $5.47 together equal $11.46. If you have any questions about that, let me know. Or if you think you're not getting enough of a discount, let me know. I had to call HostGator when I first signed up and be like, wait, where's my discount? And they were like, it's there. Trust me. And I was like, oh yeah, it's there. So all set, guys. All we have to do is just check on this box here. And we're going to click checkout now. And in the next step, we'll be logged into our HostGator control panel. We can go ahead and install WordPress and get you on your way of blogging. Super excited. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and do it. And let's hit that checkout now together. Boom. All right. Of course, we have to do a CAPTCHA here. Make sure we know what a traffic light is. Verify. And we're in. Congratulations. Payment was completed. Get ready. We're setting up your account. Awesome work so far, guys. Really proud of everyone for taking this step and committing to making a blog and a website the real way. Awesome job so far, by the way, guys. I'm really proud of everyone for making this step. All right, next we're going to tell HostGator a little bit. All right, now we can tell HostGator a bit about our goals or just skip this step. So just to be thorough, I'm going to go with yes. Although you can just answer these questions truthfully, of course. We're going to do this ourselves. We're not going to pay a web designer. No one fancy like that, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Purpose of this website is just blog or informational. Super simple. And if you double click right there, it'll get bigger on your screen so you can see it a little better. And no, I think we'll pass on the services and click submit. going. All right, guys and gals, we're in. All right, guys and gals. All right, guys and gals, we're in. So now we're gonna build our site with WordPress. There's plenty of reasons to use WordPress: limitless customization, thousands of themes, so on and so forth. But we are already on the WordPress train, and we're gonna click Get Started, right in the middle of the page. Come on, man, come on. All right, guys, it says build your site with WordPress. We are definitely on the WordPress chain. Let's just see what else this page has to offer. So there's some reasons to use WordPress. We could also do Weebly. You can create your own site via code and FTP, the way they used to do it in the 90s. Or you can use Joomla, Drupal, or Magento, or just try them later. Just for the sake of having you understand how this all works, though, we're going to just go to the dashboard and find WordPress from there, so you know how to navigate the dashboard. So click Go to Dashboard right at the bottom. HostGator is going to load, and it's going to say, welcome, you. Let's make a website. All right. So then we got a nice email from HostGator, of course. So this is your hosting package. It has your domain name, your type of plan, and your package ID, if you ever need to reference that in a support ticket. You have plenty of options here like Manage, Control Panel. If you launch cPanel, that's going to give you the developers area where you can create an email address, make another domain name, get your free AdWords credit from Google. And it's really not that developer-y. It's just like a window, sort of like looking at a bunch of apps on your computer or on your phone would look like. We can click launch and see what that would look like. just for the fun of it. All right, and it's loading. So we might have gotten in a little too deep there. Cool, so here's your cPanel. A lot of useful website developer information, which you are now, website developer. And here's the stuff I mentioned before, like email accounts. You can also go to your file manager where all your files are technically stored. If you want to upload something via FTP, that's where you go. Lots of other cool stuff too. There's that Google AdWords credit right there. Make sure to claim that if you're into some marketing or run a, like a local business. And yeah, guys, for now, let's just move forward and get WordPress installed because I'm sure you guys are eager to start blogging. So from the cPanel, we could actually click WordPress installer. So from the cPanel, we can click on WordPress installer. Boom. All right, it's going to take us to Softaculous. Alright guys, so from the cPanel, you could click WordPress installer, which will take you to Softaculous. Alright guys, so let's go back, and let's go back again. So we are in our HostGator portal, and now let's click. And now right smack dab in the middle of the page, let's click Create Website. Alright, and now from the Softaculous screen, we can see we're going to install WordPress. It shows all the versions as a history of the versions, and we're obviously getting the most updated one of the moment. Alright, it's going to show us that if we install it, our site's going to get this WordPress 2020 theme, which is right in the middle of the page, or if you're watching this video at a later time, you might get the 2021 theme, or so on and so forth. You don't have to use that theme, it'll just come, pre-installed on your website. Talks about WordPress, yada yada yada, and you can also use this to install all these other scripts if you want to become an expert in all sorts of software. Alright, for now, I'm just going to go down, and we're going to click on that blue Install Now button on the left. Alright, awesome. We have a few settings to set up here. First one being our installation URL. So we're going to install it on HTTPS. That's perfect. Don't need to change that. You're going to choose your domain name here, and you'll probably just have one domain name, so nothing to do there. And then make sure to leave this box blank because we're not going to use any directory. All right. First up, for our installation URL, we're going to change that HTTPS to just HTTP, the first one, because we're going to set up your SSL later, where you get that HTTPS. Now we're just going to have your domain name in the next box, so you'll probably just have one domain name, no need to change that, and make sure to leave this directory box right here blank. Let's scroll down and get your site settings set up perfectly. So we only have to do this one time together. Site name is my blog, but I usually like just making this the name of our website, aka the site title. So your WP, and you can also change this from within WordPress. All right, let's edit next. Next, let's edit that site description, which is just a tagline that goes beneath your site title. All right, we're not going to check the enable multi-site box. Now for admin, you're going to choose your admin username and password, aka the WordPress username and password that you use to log into your blog. So I usually just like going with something simple like first name, and then a really simple, easy to remember password, but something strong enough that people cannot break in. And I don't know how HostGator thinks that's a strong password. Might have to. And I don't know how HostGator thinks that's a strong password, but moving on. Make sure your email is correct in here because they'll email you your WordPress details. So I'm going to go with my email. All right, now we'll choose a language. All right, now we'll choose a language. English is just fine for me, but you have tons and tons of options here because HostGator and WordPress are made for absolutely everyone. You can choose some plugins here, which is actually really nice because Classic Editor is the plugin that everyone used to use to make blog posts and pages in WordPress before they set up the Gutenberg block editor. A lot of people still aren't comfortable with Gutenberg, so using the older version of Classic Editor is going to be really optimal for you guys. So check that one. I'm going to leave the other ones unchecked. All right. For advanced options, we can open that up just to see it. Don't need to touch that one at all. Now you can choose a theme if you want, or we can skip this step and do it later because it's going to take a little time for you to pick the perfect theme. I don't want to go ahead and make that decision for you right here, although it is nice. Got some options like art, yoga, and so on and so forth. So at the bottom, lastly, just pop in your email one more time. We're so close now, guys. We're almost at the point of logging in and blogging. All right, we got the email in there, and I clicked go, and I just set up the WordPress installation for us. So I was going to click that install button, but clicking go did the job. Going super fast here. So yeah, whether you click go or install, it'll be the same thing. All right, and we're in again, but this time we're in WordPress and we are ready to go. So I bet when you woke up today, you didn't think you'd be installing WordPress successfully, just like a professional web designer would. Well, we did together. How cool is that? Well, we did together. How cool is that? So I bet you when you woke up today, you didn't think you'd be successfully installing WordPress.org, the same software used by huge multi-million-dollar brands and celebrities, together. So I bet you when you woke up today, you didn't think you'd be installing WordPress.org successfully. The same software used by multi-million-dollar brands and celebrities. You did it all from the comfort of home, and we did it together. So how about that? Great job. You can tweet your success if you want. Kind of cool. And yeah, we're all ready to go. So let's in the next step learn how to log in to WordPress. Now it's going to be time to head to your inbox. Now it's going to be time to head to our inboxes, and if yours is a total mess like mine, just do a search for HostGator. We can see I've made more websites than I can remember on HostGator, so that didn't help. But what we do find here is going to be Of course I've made more websites than I can even remember on HostGator, so that didn't help. But I hope it's just of course I've made more websites than of course guys. Of course I've made more websites than I can Of course guys, I've made more websites than I can even remember on HostGator, so that didn't help, but it should be a little bit simpler for you. Now guys, it's going to be time to head over to our inboxes, and if yours is just as much... Next guys, it's going to be time to head over to our inboxes, and if yours is as much of a mess as mine, then just do a search for HostGator. Of course, I've made more websites than I can remember with HostGator, but yours should come up right away, and the email we're going to want is going to be, welcome to HostGator. HostGator's provided us with our login link right here and some other useful information in the email, like YouTube tutorials. Pretty cool. And down below, if you got your domain name somehow from GoDaddy or a different registrar, or if you're using a different domain, you'll need to point the name servers at that different registrar to HostGator using HostGator's name servers. I'll leave you guys a tutorial on how to do that in the description box. I'll of course leave you guys a tutorial on how to do that in the description box beneath the video. For now, let's just click on the login button, and we're going to open it in Safari, and I'll show you why in just a second. I know. Now we're going to log into our HostGator portal, aka the control panel, aka the back end of HostGator. And surprisingly enough, most of you guys do forget your password, me included a lot of the time. So I'm going to go ahead and follow that step. Just click forgot your password, and now we're going to do the email address we put in. It's understandable because we've made a lot of passwords so far. And now click request reset. So this will make sure we're all on the same page and we can all just get logged in. Okay, going back to our email quick. Right at the top. Give it just a second, and then right at the top, you'll get that email from billing@HostGator. We're going to click that and make sure we know our password this time because we're going to make it and we're going to write it down. Just click on that portal link in the middle. Again, open it in Safari. Now we just need to re-enter our email address that we used when we signed up to HostGator and paid and everything. I'm going to select choose my own password and go ahead and write in a new password. And now we can click reset password. And we'll save it so it's saved into our iPhone keychain. Okay, cool. If you'd like, you can now go to your notes in your phone and just put that password in there. Gonna just add a new note here and make sure that we write down our HostGator password. There we go, and I'll be changing that later because that's not a strong password. Alright, now let's head back to our Safari window and let's log in. So because we already saved our password to Keychain, it'll remember us. I'm just going to click use the email and use the password right there for this website and log in. Pretty cool. It's nice how our phones remember us a lot these days. A little bit creepy sometimes, but saves us time. Alright, so here we are logged into HostGator. Awesome. We're gonna head to the login link for our blog in just a second, but before we do that, I want to show you how to bookmark this page. We're gonna go log into WordPress in just a moment, but before we do that, I want to show you how to bookmark this page right here at HostGator onto your phone's home screen, so you can always get to it easily. In our older videos, we would just bookmark it like on our website tabs in our web browser on our computer, but now we're gonna take it one step further, and this is gonna be fun if you don't know this trick already. So we're going to click on share down below, and now we're going to scroll down. And now we're going to scroll down and hit add bookmark. So let's click on that portal. So let's click on that portal reset link in the middle of the email. So let's click on that portal reset link in the middle of the email and then open it in Safari. We're going to pop in, damn it. We're gonna pop in that email address that we used when we signed up to HostGator and paid and everything. And then just go ahead and click choose my own password and write in a new password. And write it in again. And now we'll all know how to log into our HostGator dashboard, which will help us log into WordPress and control everything too. And let's click reset password. So what I want you to do, guys, is make sure you're in Safari. So what I want you to do, guys, is copy this link at the top. So next, guys, so to create that button on our phone's homepage, we got to click share. And now I'm going to copy the link, and we actually have to go back to Safari because if we look at our apps, we're for some reason in Gmail because we opened that link through our Gmail. So let's head to Safari. We're going to paste in that link at the top and go to it. And this is going to be our login link. to get to HostGator. Now at the bottom, click on that share button again in Safari, scroll down, and hit add to home screen. All right, so it'll give you the nice Gator logo and the app itself, and we're gonna click add. All right, awesome. So that'll give you the nice HostGator logo on the icon, and it's called app right now. So we just need to change that to whatever else you'd want, like HostGator dashboard, and click add. And in the upper right, click add. It says an icon will be added to your home screen so you can quickly access this website. Perfect, nice little trick, eh? Now in the upper right, just click add. And now you have a HostGator app on your phone. How cool is that? We can go ahead and click on Snappy. All right, and now let's log into our dashboard one more time. You're gonna get really good at logging into your dashboard here, guys, I guarantee it. We're gonna use our password from our keychain. Kind of nice how our phones remember us these days. A little bit creepy sometimes, but generally saves us time. We're gonna select the taxis here. Ouch. Of course, my ice machine decided to do its work right now. I'm not sure why. Sorry about that little noise. And click verify. Beautiful. Now we're all set to finally log into our WordPress dashboard together. Alright guys, so to log you into WordPress, let's just click on Create Website in the middle. And then we're going to click Get Started. It says we found your website, perfect, and now we can just go to the dashboard. All right, here we are. So HostGator has nicely laid out these little tabs here. It says, welcome Gregory. You have my website with the WordPress banner at the top, and below is just more hosting information that you might want to look at later. Of course, now we can just click Edit Site and finally get in and do some business. All right, so it'll show your domain name at the top. Super cool how we can all do this all from our super cool how we can do all this from our phone, I tell ya. The phones we have today are like as powerful as 2 laptops from the olden days. Okay, so we just need to log into WordPress, but what's our WordPress login? Well, I've forgotten that one too. I've forgotten that one too. Oh, I'm so silly. Actually, just, going through this with you guys so you don't have to feel bad if you lost your password. We're going to click Lost Your Password. Pop in our username that we used when we installed WordPress at Softaculous. So this is a different login than our HostGator dashboard. 2 separate logins. And then click Get New Password. If you put in the wrong email, it'll say there's no account with that username. So I just have to remember that I, in fact, used a different email. And now click Get New Password. All right, now we have to head back to our, all right, now we got to check our email again. And another way to do this process, guys, is just to look in your email and search for your domain name. I end up doing that a lot. All right, doing that will give us the WordPress email we need. All right, doing that will give us our HostGator billing email. We can open that up. Alright guys, so emails being a little slow right now. You'll notice that with WordPress, sometimes when you send emails through WordPress to you, they take a little while or they get trapped in spam. So we're gonna check our spam folder. Not there. So I'm gonna show you another way actually to change your password in WordPress. Head back to Safari and we're gonna go back to our HostGator dashboard by clicking back. And back again. And back again. Head to your HostGator dashboard with the home screen button we just made. Sign yourself in. Hopefully your phone remembered you like mine did. Click login, and we're going to go to Softaculous because they stored our WordPress information there when you installed it. So now we just need to scroll down and we're going to launch the cPanel. Very nice, then click WordPress installer. Alright, now we're going to scroll down and check out our WordPress installations. So under current installation, you should see your domain name. There it is under link. And I'm going to click on that pencil, and I'm going to click on that tiny pencil icon. Okay, now we're going to bring our cursor on. Now under admin account, we're going to pop our cursor right in that white box and write in our admin username that we chose when we installed WordPress. Click on the password and now choose my own password. And we're going to go ahead and write in our new WordPress password. Alright, and now we're going to scroll down to the bottom where it should say Save Installation Details. Perfect. Hit Save Installation Details, and now Save Password. Alright, so we edited our installation details perfectly. Of course, I'm getting all my emails from WordPress people right now. And now what we can do to make it super easy is just go to our domain name itself manually through our web browser. So let's click at the top and let's type in our domain name. Mine is yourwpdestination.com and hit go. Alright, and here finally guys is our blog. Hooray! We have a new blog live with the WordPress 2020 theme, which is what all this looks like. Your theme refers to the colors, the fonts, the link colors, and the way the menu is, and the way the logo is, and everything you see right here. This is all your WordPress theme. 2020 is a great theme made by the smart people at WordPress, and a lot of you are going to want to try just figuring out this theme and taking it as far as you can go, which is why I have a video on how to design a website or a complete blog with this theme in the description box below. But we're going to actually change our theme because as you might guess, a lot of people use this theme because it comes pre-installed, and I want your site to be totally unique and amazing. Okay guys, so how do we log in and get going? Okay guys, so how do we log into WordPress and get going? Click your cursor up into the URL bar at the top and put it right after the .com. Might be a little tricky if it keeps highlighting the URL, but this is going to be something that we have to get used to. Alright guys, so how do we log into WordPress now and get going? Well, you could come to the URL bar at the top and put a /wp-admin right after the .com and hit enter. That's how a lot of us do it when we're used to WordPress. But actually our site conveniently has a login link at the bottom with this theme. So let's just click login. Awesome guys, now we can enter in our WordPress password that we just changed in Softaculous together. So that would be our name for our username, and then our new password. We're going to hit remember me to save us time in the future and log in, and we'll click save this password to our phone. Great, we did it guys, welcome to WordPress. Awesome guys, we did it. Error 5. Well, awesome guys, we did it. Error 5. And welcome. Awesome guys, we did it. Error 5. And welcome to WordPress. Alright folks, so from our WordPress dashboard screen here, I'd like to show you a few WordPress tasks. They are easy and they are things that took me a while to learn, so they were not easy at first. The first thing we're going to do is change our theme. After we do that, we are going to learn how to make a blog post, and in the blog post we're going to put an image and some writing and a link. And then lastly, we're going to learn how to publish that blog post and share it with the world on our social channels. Cool guys. Alright, so first and foremost, when you're on your dashboard screen here, if you click on the hamburger menu in the upper left, it'll open up the other tabs that you use to build stuff in WordPress. And if you are off the hamburger menu and you click on the home, you can visit your site and that'll take you to your home page, aka the front end. That's just a web developer term that we use in WordPress. And if you want to go back to the dashboard, so this is the front end, this is where we logged in of course, and if you want to go back to the dashboard, aka the back end of your site, just click on this little speedometer. I guess that is kind of a dash like from a car, and then click on dashboard. And that's how it works. You just go back and forth when you make a WordPress blog. Sometimes it might ask you to log back in just for the sake of security, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the password our phone saved and click login. And while we're here, we can also make another bookmark to our home page and while we're here, we can also make another Safari. And while we're here, you might want to also make another bookmark to your phone's icon screen. To do that, we'll just click on the share, come down, and we're going to click add to home screen again. Alright, no need to change the name of it here. It'll just be dashboard your WP destination WordPress. We're going to click add. And now right there on the home screen by the HostGator icon, we have our blogs icon. That means you can easily click and it'll take you to the login screen or to your dashboard if you're already logged in, and you can go ahead and blog on the go. Cool. Okay guys, so I just want to close a couple notifications here because that'll simplify our workspace. And now, why don't we finally look at how to change our theme. Let's click the hamburger menu and then we're going to click on Appearance. And then right below Appearance, we're going to click on Themes. Beautiful. Okay, so when we scroll down, we'll close that little guy. We're going to see the theme that our site is wearing currently. That means it's active, which is the 2020 theme by WordPress. And I know I'm probably dating myself by saying that because you might be using 2021. Beneath it, we see some other themes that our site came with, like 2017, 2019, Sinatra, and Cool. And so if you want to open one of these themes and use it, you can just click to open it and then click Activate down here. Let's just simulate that. All right, and now when we click on the, all right, so we just activated a new theme. Now when we click on the home button and visit site, just like that, your WordPress site will look totally different. So pretty cool, and everything is of course still mobile responsive friendly. All right, let's go to the dash and go dashboard. And we're gonna change the theme to something else because that was just an example. Let's click on the hamburger. And if you remember to click on Appearance now and Themes. All right, and if you wanted to delete a theme for whatever reason to keep your site running a little bit faster with less stuff, you can just open one of those themes and click the delete button on the lower right corner and then hit OK. And you can always get that theme back because it's a free theme and you can get it back through the WordPress themes library, which we're gonna see right now. So let's go to the themes library, and to get there, we can just click on the plus for add new theme. Alright guys, here you'll be in the very luxurious WordPress themes library. There is a ton of diverse options for your site. And what I used to like doing is just searching for something like coffee shop or just coffee and seeing what comes up. And you can see there's a good chance that someone's made a theme with you in mind. Beautiful. You could try any sort of niche or keyword instead of coffee. In my case though, I want a theme that looks good for all you guys and that's been tried and tested to get traffic, comments, all sorts of rankings and stuff over time, which we've used in the past successfully. And that one happens to be called Simple Catch. So if you know the name of a theme, you can just search it right away. But a lot of times, of course, you won't. So, let me know any questions about the best theme for blank or the best theme for your blank niche, and I'll give you a suggestion for free, of course. All right, so here's Simple Catch, and I just love it because a lot of you guys want that image slider up top. So you get that. You get these really nice tabs for a menu, and without doing any extra work, you get the social media icons in the header. Super cool, super professional. Has a very Huffington Post-esque look where I used to write, and I know that that's going to work because the Huffington Post totally works. Alright, so to set up Simple Catch, just click on the tab for it, and then hit Install in the upper right corner. Awesome, guys. And then you have to click Activate. Okay, cool. So our theme is live now, and we can click Visit Site. Awesome. And just like that, you have a professional blog-looking theme. Pretty cool, although it's going to need some images, so why don't we get started and write our first blog post with an image. Let's do it. We're going to click back to the dash and dashboard and hit the hamburger menu, and now we're going to go to posts. Boo-boo. Boo-boo. Oh. It's alright. Oh, sorry. the microphone's super sensitive. Next you're going to click on all posts on the left in the middle. Alright, and then we have a hello world post, which WordPress gave for us, which is nice of them, but it's just sort of a free post and we're not going to use it, so let's hit trash. Now let's get you started with the new post, and to do that we can click add new. And this is how you're going to write a post every time you choose to do so, wherever it is that you're out there blogging in the world. Alright guys, so there are 3 different posts, 3 that your blog should have before you launch. That's worked really well for us and all of our subscribers in the past. And the first one is a welcome to the blog post where you tell people what you're going to write about, what they should expect, who you are, and where you came from. So kind of just getting people familiar with you. And if you wanted the next 2 posts, then let me know in the comments and I'll tell you. All right, so we're gonna write a welcome to the blog, and it's called Your WP Destination. And you can be more clever than that if you choose to. I'm sure you will be. Now we're gonna put our cursor in this white space in the middle, and you can start writing. So I'm gonna write welcome to the blog, and it's kind of nice how spell check is working already. WordPress is thinking for us. So excited you're here. If you want to learn how to make a blog from your mobile phone, welcome. You're in the right place. And we said welcome twice, so maybe I'll just write look no further. Awesome. And there is our little blog. All right, and of course you should write more. Ideally between 500 and 800 words per blog is good. All right, guys. I'm just gonna say if you feel like saying hello, please post a comment below. Alright, we're a poet and we didn't even know it. Alright, so we're going to need an image, guys, something to spice up the post. Let's give ourselves a little space, and then to add an image, we're going to click Add Media in the upper left, because images are called media in WordPress. Now we're going to click Select Files, and it will look at your phone, and we're going to do Take, and we're going to do Browse. And at the bottom, we're going to click Browse to search for our photos that we've already taken. Alright, so it's going to look at my recent photos here. And these are... Alright, so then we're going to click Photo Library in the middle, which will look at the photos on our phone's photo library. Awesome, and I'm just going to click on... We have a good selection here. As we can see, we have a lot of photos to choose from. here, and I'm just going to click on All Photos. Alright, beautiful. So we have a puppy, and this puppy is clearly adorable. So let's put up a picture of her, and then that is just going to be amazing because, you know, cuteness, puppies, who doesn't like it? So I'm going to go with one nice little, let's see, which we choose. We'll go with this bashful little picture here, and it'll be selected, and now we're going to click Done. And doing that will automatically upload it to WordPress. Should go pretty quick, guys. Okay, so if we get this error that says post-processing of the image failed because the server doesn't have enough resources, upload a smaller image instead, then that just means that our phone took too high quality of an image. And that just means we need to size the image down a little bit. Let's X out of here and try that again. Add media. So select files, photo library, all photos, grab the puppy photo again, and then at the bottom we're going to choose image size instead of do the actual size. Alright, so it's going to do actual, large, medium. Let's try small just for fun, and now go back. Now the kilobytes have been reduced, so it should work, and we're going to click done. And beautiful, there's our cute puppy. And the resolution will be just the same. That kilobyte difference doesn't matter, and in fact, it's advisable to shrink your images down in terms of size using a plugin called WP Smush, which you might choose to do down the road. Just a little gardener eye tip for you there. Alright, so our image is ready. If you want to put some alt text in, that's an SEO technique, so it'll just tell Google what the image is about. So I'm going to write a cute puppy. And it's actually a Cavapoo puppy, so we can be more descriptive for Google and write a Cavapoo. And can anyone guess what type of puppy this is? Give me a few seconds, post a comment, let me know. It is a Cavapoo puppy, so we can be more descriptive, which Google will like. Now let's click done and click insert into post in the lower right. Beautiful. So there is our cute puppy image. If you want to center the image, you can click on it and then click on the center tab. Perfect. Or you can align it any other way. And if you want the text beneath it to just float beneath it and not go wrapping around it, then you're going to want the far left alignment, which is none. Let's go back to center though. Beautiful. And click done, and our post is ready to go. So let's go ahead and click on publish. Where's publish? It's a little bit harder to find on a phone, but you'll get used to it, because I certainly have. It's down here where it says the blue publish button. Alright, so let's do it and click publish together on our very first WordPress blog post. Awesome guys, now that our post is published, we can click view post at the top. And there we have a nice looking blog post. Cool, and because our blog is structured professionally and the way you'd expect it to be, if you click on our site title at the top to go back to our homepage, you will also see our blog post right there. If you want to make the image show up on the homepage, we need to go back to the blog and click on the pencil at the top for edit. That's an important one. And we're going to scroll down and set up what's called a featured image in WordPress. So scroll down to the bottom and click set featured image. Select files. We're going to go with our we can now go with our browse button. Let's go to the photo library. And now we can click Media Library because we already have one photo in our media. There's the cute puppy. Set featured image in the lower right. And we're going to update our post. So click Update. And now we can scroll up and view that post. And we have our cute looking puppy blog post. And then we can click to the homepage. And we finally have a blog post right there with the picture of the puppy. And because WordPress is smart, it also put that puppy in the image slider at the top. And other images you make will also populate into that image slider. Cool. Alright guys, so now we've changed Alright guys, so lastly, how do we share this blog and the blog post on social media? Well, there are two simple ways I'd like to show you how to do it. The first is to put those social icons in your header on WordPress. To do that, we can go back to the dash and click dashboard. Now we're going to click on the hamburger to open our tabs. Come down and click on appearance again, but this time instead of themes, we're going to click on customize. Customize is where a lot of the fun in WordPress goes on. It's just where you do a lot of your edits. Alright, awesome. So don't be fooled, you don't need to upgrade to Simplecatch Pro. We're going to scroll down though, and we're going to see there's a social links tab. Click on that. And all we need to do now is just write in a Facebook link. So I'm going to write in the link to my Facebook page. And it's actually a group, because groups are just that cool these days. And you should definitely check it out for free WordPress answers. And now we click done, and we're going to click publish. Alright, cool guys. Once you publish, you can click the X in the upper left to get out of customize. That should take us back to our dashboard or wherever we were before we visited customize. Now let's click on home and visit site. And beautiful, we have one social icon at the top. If we click on that, it will take us to our Facebook group. And from there, we can go ahead and share the link to our blog and tell people all about the amazing work we're doing on our new WordPress blog. So super cool. It's sort of like you get people on your blog and then you don't want to lose them, so you can send them to Facebook and hopefully they share your work. Let's go back. And we obviously don't want to be in Facebook anymore. We want to be on the blog. The icon turns up nice and blue, perfect. The icon took a little moment and then it turns up nice and blue, so great job. You created your first social icon on WordPress, hooray. And lastly guys, the final step is I'd like to remind you that you can put the link to your blog on your social channels now, such as Facebook or Instagram. So to do that, you just click at the top on your link and then click again to copy it. Now let's go back over to Instagram. Alright, there's me. Got some messages. Alright, there's me. And what we're going to do is set up the link in our bio so we can be super cool like all these Instagrammers who say link in bio. To do that, all we need to do is go to our To set this up, all we need to do is go to our home screen, hamburger menu, just like WordPress, and settings. And then we are going to go to down, and then we're just going to click edit profile, and you can easily paste in that link for your website right here. You would just cancel out whatever link is there and paste it in, and then click done. And now people will see that link right there beneath your info in the bio. Awesome guys. So now you have two ways to share your blog with social media. I hope you create some viral content and wish you the best, and I'm always here to help advise you on how to grow your traffic. So guys, that's it for how to make a WordPress blog. So guys, I'm super sad, but that's the end of our tutorial on how to make a WordPress blog from your phone. I'll leave us here on the blog, and I can't wait to see what you made. Please make sure to like the video if you learned anything. That helps me out a ton. Don't mess around with that like button. Don't leave it alone. Just make sure you smash it, click it really hard, and make sure it stays blue so that I know that I got to connect with you. Really appreciate that, guys. Post a comment if you have any WordPress questions. No question is too small or silly, and definitely not stupid. And please subscribe so we stay in touch in the future for more tutorials like how to edit your WordPress blog from your phone. That's all for now, guys. I'm Gardner Ryan. Have yourself a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye now. And thanks for watching.